Hey guys, first regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about one of the most powerful builds in all of Space Marine 2 on the Bulwark class, and really for any class, which is the Block Power Fist. Yes, the fabled S-tier weapon of Space Marine 2. This thing is so powerful, it gets mentioned in official dev notes as being kind of absurd, and currently the damage cap in Space Marine 2 has been changed around a bit because they were like messing with the netcode cap on it. And this weapon, it hits like a truck. It one-shots Majoras. It one-shots Extremis with block charges. It will damn near one-shot certain bosses at times like Auspexes. It is a ridiculously powerful weapon in Space Marine 2. And the animation canceling on top of this with the Bulwark class and his ridiculous amount of damage reduction with Steel Within and Conviction, on top of healing himself Invigorating Icon, this is probably the most noob-friendly build in the entire game, outside like Fencing Armor Reinforcement with Intimidating Aura versus Tyranids. And this is like one of the easiest builds I've ever used to like clear any hard strat in the game pretty much. It's not like a broken Bulwark. Now, as far as the Power Fist perk setup goes here, I do pick up Perpetual Strength first, moving here into the perk Heavy Preparation. Heavy attack preparation time is reduced by 30%, applies to the following attacks: Thrust Jab, Back Fist, Hammer Hook, Back Fist 2, Thrust Jab 2. This perk is really useful because heavy attacks are literally all that matter on the Block Fist. The 1+ speed here does not matter at all for the charge rate of your heavy attacks. Thrust Jab will charge the same rate with like 1 or 10 speed, but this perk does affect it, so definitely pick this one up. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength, moving up here into the exact same perk for a 10% melee damage increase. Then I pick up the perk over here, Focused Intention. When your health is below 30%, you take 50% less health damage while preparing heavy attacks. When you combine this perk for a 50% health damage reduction on top of Conviction for a 25% health damage reduction on Armor Break, on top of Steel Within for a 30% health damage reduction at less than 50% HP, you will just not die when you are charging your fist. It doesn't even matter if they're all enraged and shooting at you. The likelihood of death is near zero. It is ridiculous how tanky you actually are at a low HP value with the Power Fist charging up with Focus Intention on a Bulwark like this, and that's one of the reasons this weapon is so damn powerful. Next perk here is Tide of Battle. Power Wave forward distance increases from 4 to 8. This perk is actually incorrect. What this perk does is take your power wave distance from 10 to 20 meters. That is why the charge attack of this weapon goes so damn far. And if you take this perk on top of the perk Following Blow, Back Fist and Back Fist 2 can be performed instantly after a Thrust Jab or Hammer Hook, you can pick up a lot of breakpoints for executes. Like a lot of the time, you'll like do like one charge on your Block Fist for the Thrust Jab and immediately have to do another following attack for that execute, and this allows you to do that. So a really good combo here. I also grab the perk down here, Strength of Will. While performing a heavy attack, you take 20% less range damage, just like a nice little bit of extra damage reduction on top of Focus Intention. And then we grab the perk here, Combo, which is really not that good at all for us, but we need this to pick up the next perk, Majora Slayer. Melee damage against Majora's level enemies increases by 10%. Yeah, it's just kind of a no-brainer. Just pick this one up because Majoras are so plentiful in Space Marine 2. Now, for the secondary here, we do take the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol. This one is just really nice for staggering enemies you otherwise could not, and having this is really nice for CHP recovery, damage, and also just being able to stagger any enemy that's like flying around you or terminators, stuff like that, like I mentioned before. And the rate of fire on the plasma is so damn fast. It's like the fastest firing weapon of like any plasma incinerator in the game, and really, really good to get those charge shots off very quickly. Now, the only thing that kind of sucks in this weapon is the ammo economy, which is why we build all the ammo perks up here, and also pick up things like Divine Might for 10% bonus damage. I really do think this is like just the best way to build a plasma pistol in Space Marine 2. The bottom tree is pretty nice at times, but like the unfortunate thing about this is that this weapon is so damn ammo hungry that not taking the top tree is like really, really going to make you suffer at times, even with ammo regen. But you know, that is up to you. Now, for the perk tree here, we do just go all tank on this build. We start off with Conviction here. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This perk, stacked to the perk here, Steel Within, for another 30% health damage reduction, makes you ridiculously tanky, because a Bulwark, this class, already has a starting perk health of 30% increase. That is already really good on its own. When you stack damage reduction on top of that, you will just get knocked around by like triple bosses in siege mode and not die. This perk is very noob friendly, and this class in general is very noob friendly. That just lets you survive things you would otherwise be unable to. Now, Intimidating Aura is also a very powerful effect here. A perfect time parry deals area effect damage within a 5-meter radius. Cooldown is 5 seconds. If you are a bit more of a confident player in this game, and you do want to have like a little bit of free damage on certain enemies, like pick up some free executes, This one is very powerful with any block weapon, but like for this build, full damage reduction is very nice, especially in like hard siege. Next perk here is Scramble Targeting for even more damage reduction from range attacks that are surrounded by 5 or more enemies. Then we pick up the perk here, Seal Within, for even more damage reduction. And then we grab the perk here, Focus and Tension. Every 30 seconds, all of your squad members automatically restore 1 armor segment. This perk is just more free damage reduction. The way that armor works in Space Marine 2 is that any amount of armor remaining will reduce any incoming melee hit to 0 damage. It also has some damage caps versus range attacks, but like versus melee especially, this will just save your life. Focus Restoration is really nice for granting armor restore to classes that don't have them, because one of the things that like actually kills you in Space Marine 2 is you get knocked over by one enemy and then another melee enemy comes in and whacks you, and this will help you survive that initial hit. Now, Advanced Conditioning is also very strong for having more contested health, or I should say it makes it easier to recover your contested health, and Effective Formation is pretty decent, but I do think Focus Restoration here is just better for our build. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies within its area of effect. This perk basically just puts down a shock nade effect at your location. It will wipe out Minoras, wipe out Majoris at times. It almost hundreds of zeros a Tyranid Warrior just from like the start to finish of Glorious Shield. This thing is a very strong perk. I also think it wipes out Bramble these days in patch 11.0 on top of all of that, and is by far the best perk in this column in my opinion, or like really, really good banner value. Next perk here is, of course, the fabled Invigorating Icon. When the banner is activated, all of your squad members regain maximum contested health, but it recharges 50% slower. This perk is incredible. The amount of HP you print with this perk is honestly godforsaken OP. Like, this perk is mathematically OP. The amount of value this perk actually generates is fucking ridiculous in Space Marine 2. But you know, it is what it is. This perk is top tier. We are building for one of the strongest builds we possibly can on the Power Fist, and Invigorating Icon is just a god tier perk. So definitely pick this up, and it's also very easy to use. Next perk here is Merciless Resolve. After a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunderhammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 15%, and you don't lose control from heavy hits and can't be knocked back for 10 seconds. Now, this perk is very nice to have. A 15% damage increase is really cool for our Block Fist here, but the main thing we want this for is no knockback, because you don't actually have to hit anything through Shield Bash or Shield Rush to trigger this. All you have to do is just Shield Bash the air, so make sure to trigger this like every single 10 seconds, but do keep in mind that you cannot reapply this perk until the 10 seconds are up. So like, if the 10 seconds are ongoing, you can't do anything, you just have to wait, so just keep that in mind. If you don't want to take this perk, if you want Rejuvenating Effect to like revive your squad mates instead, I would pick up Armored Advance instead to make sure you have some kind of no knockback, because no knockback in Space Marine 2 really is that important. And the way that no knockback in Space Marine 2 works is that any attack that would knock you off your feet will no longer knock you off your feet, it will only stagger you, and any attack that would stagger you will only do nothing. Yeah, you heard me. So like, basically it just reduces them like a tier, so pretty good for that. Next perk here is Defensive Mastery that I took for this build. A perfect time parry or block instantly incapacitates a Majoris or extremis level enemy. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This one may not seem that good initially, but being able to wipe out an Extremis in like one perfect parry is really damn powerful in this game. The thing that actually kills you in most boss spawns is going to be an Extremis like trying to fuck your face at the same time as the boss trying to knock you over. So if you're able to instantaneously kill a Ravener or a Lictor off a single parry and just remove them from the equation entirely in a hard strat, that will save your life at times. A 90-second cooldown is a pretty long time, but like the fact that it just makes the entire encounter go like a breeze, really, really good perk here, so I would pick this up. But again, if you want to skip over this and take the perk here, Armored Advance or even Emergency Countermeasure, you definitely could. Now, for the Prestige perks here, you have a few options. Auxiliary Reload will give you ammunition back on every single Extremis kill. I don't think this perk matters too much in a team scenario. If you're playing by yourself, I would definitely pick this up. You know, the Plasma Pistol is pretty ammo hungry, so like having this even in a team isn't a bad idea at all. If you are playing Siege mode, definitely grab this perk because Extremis are goddamn everywhere. But instead of this perk, I did take Resilience on this build here. Medicaid Stims restore 40% more health. This just makes your stims more valuable, and like this on top of Invigorating Icon, on top of all your damage reduction, means that like any stim you find is just going to give you so much effective HP that like you'll just never die. So a really, really good option. Next perk here is Overcharge. Held and charged attack damage increases by 20%. This perk is incredible. Being able to do tremendous damage to enemies off of a single charge attack is top tier in Space Marine 2. This is a multiplicative damage increase to your thrust jab, which is really insane. This perk is also now functioning on the Assault class as well as the Bulwark, because previously it was broken in patch 10, but Bulwark privileges that this perk has always worked for him on every weapon it's effective on, and it's no different here, so definitely grab this. Pretty much a mandatory perk for the Block Fist in my opinion. Next perk here is Powerful Shot. Range damage increases by 20%. This is just nice to have to pick up some extra range kills, especially versus stronger enemies like Terminators and stuff like that, or even the Rubric Marines. So I do like to grab this one. If you don't like this one as much, you just want to take Auxiliary Reload or pick up Standard Bearer, because this perk is pretty decent at times. You can definitely do that, but I just prefer this one. Next perk here is God Tier. Masterful Defense. Ability charge restored by 1% for every blocked range attack. I mean, CDR in any game like this is a top tier perk effect. This one is one of the best CDR reduction perks in the entire game. It is ridiculous how much you can get back off of a single banner block, or not banner block, like a shield block on a missile Terminator when they're shooting their Soul Reaper cannon. You'll pretty much get your entire banner back multiple times over versus Chaos with this perk. Definitely pick it up. It's even good versus Tyrannid Devourers and stuff like that, but overall it is more effective versus Chaos than the Tyrannids because they just shoot more range at you. But any type of CDR, even if it's 20% off your banner, that is really good, especially with Invigorating Icon giving you a 50% slower cooldown. That's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. Hopefully this build helped you. This really is one of the strongest builds in Space Marine 2, in my opinion. Probably the best Bulwark build overall, at least in terms of ease of use for playing in the hard strats and the operations and the siege mode. Now, the block power axe with the shield bash and custom force build is probably better for the best players in the game, but I would say that this build is just way easier to use and will just body anything and is very, very noob friendly. And hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, I should get the heavy. I just forgot I have a bigger icon. Not used to using it as much.
Heretical behavior. Skither to the grave.
Should I take the sim? I do get extra value from sim, so. My teammate's almost dead, but
Soil no longer trembles.
surely.
Avenge our fallen king. Fire on those mines.
Oh, it did that shit.
The Imperium says no!
So annoying. It's it's a little too high for my Right now to do his thing.
Tyrannid cutler destroyed. Take cover! That's not me! We crushed the ravenous brute. Our
I'm fucking fucked that up. That's unfortunate. Finally. If I had more ammo there, that would have been a little easier. Trying to punch him out of the sky instead, but Astral Auxiliary Reload can definitely help.
A neural folk cannot be a hive mastermind. Another scene of atrocity.
Oh, this guy comes over to me. I can definitely give him a banner.
Our banner awaits us first.
Instead, he wants to. Okay, we'll do that.
I am in the enemy's clutches.
Superior Purpose
You have my
W. Defensive Mastery W.
They hide.
Yeah, Superior Purpose will get them off of you if they're grabbing as well, which is
No
nice.
brace for another storm. Unleashing fragments.
Atmospheric conditions have returned to normal.
Good for the ace hit.
The Tyranid Juggernaut has been eliminated. Sandstorm incoming.
That's the good old block fist. That's the Auspex plus the block fist. That's probably the hardest part of that map for us. We just wind up blowing ourselves up for whatever reason.
Crush the ravenous brood.
Atmospheric conditions have returned to normal. Mission log. Service orders functioning normally.
That silence.
Do you ever use the flag to heal the team on a Terminus Execute? I mean, yeah, I do, but we didn't have the flag up there. It was a little more important to use it in that fight. It would have died otherwise.
Where shall I plant this flag?
Especially since my heavy was already very low. That's why I call it Imperial Fisting. It certainly was. Hayes got back into the game from a break after Siege came out, but what is that symbol? It means it keeps showing up. It's just a lock-on. It's been the game since launch.
Stop that bastard from riding first woman.
Atmospheric conditions have returned to normal.
Legit have never seen it, to be honest. You've definitely seen it if you played the tutorial.
Muster at my location.
Impossible to proceed without it. You've seen it guaranteed at least once. You've done it yourself. You just don't remember. It's a mythical lock-on.
Wary of the ease of this operation.
What button is lock on? Look in your keybinds.
Detected. Removal is required to commence.
Acknowledged.
Clear the freightway. I can definitely do that.
Obstruction cleared.
First true or gaslight? It's not gaslight. It's just 100% true. You would have to have at least use a lock on at least once to play the to get past the campaign, or even to get through the tutorial. There's no warriors here, so I kind of want to waste the. Yeah, they put down a banner. Well, if we put down a banner, it's gonna kill them all. I gotta stop shooting. I want to get my teammates in this banner, but like it's not really worth it until there's a warrior or something that like here, or at least multiple.
Remain calm.
This game's tutorial, yes it does.
Galaxy is not yours to
A very bad one, but a one so bad that people genuinely forget what's in it.
fellow that don't invoke death.
Alright, I'm just about to plant this banner down, so fuck it.
Adversary wishes to renew their assault. Deny them any advantage. See your weapon malfunction. We have
Alright, he got some healing off of that. I wish this guy would use his heavy vulture on the zone through.
annex no foul tyranny.
Iron Halo online.
Medical warfare.
Content Minotaur ordnance transfer. 3639 loading complete. Manifest updated.
Lock-on feels useless on PC. I mean, I'm using PC right now, and it can definitely help with the Power Fist. It helps more with the melee weapons than anything else, occasionally with those charge attacks. That's about it, though.
Launching frag grenade. Skitters to the grid. That one's one of the third force. Incoming spore mine. Deploying fragmentation. See your weapon malfunction. Crush the ravenous brood beneath our
F Reaver, thank you for the 5 FCG memberships. Welcome to the Adeptus Astartes, guys. Thank you very much. Welcome June Bride, Mr. Self, Sanguinius Reborn, Gucci Blanket, and RCL.
gun beast. It must not be allowed to fire. That's ready to deploy. The weapon beast is destroyed.
So what is Up Reaver? FTG, you plan on streaming the new Dark Tide update when it comes out? Yes, I am. I mean, I can stream it right now.
Halo tactics.
If you want. I can show you the Hive Scum class at this very moment. Shockers were greedy with concealing sims. I know. I already took one, but to be fair, in that one scenario, it was a good choice because
Halo
my
is
teammate was on
above
the other side of the
trend.
map and died.
Good. Deploy it.
Alright, I'm gonna try to get into the banner if I can.
Launching payload.
Well. Alright, well. When that happens, guys, you want to shoot the warriors to get your HP back.
Adjusting our tactics to overcome. Tomasa, I have multiple swarms moving to your location. You have their attention. Deal with them swiftly. We will not get another shot at this.
We're gonna do shotgun or build rocks. Which one? The assault one? That one's pretty fun. I just probably rolled into my teammates sit there. Shock one is pretty fun. I do like it a lot.
The Tyranids approaching. If you can find engine on those tracks.
We'll see this. Oh my god, my teammate will still move that. That was almost really bad. I felt the whiff of that one. There goes all my armor. I'm getting blown up by my teammates. Please, no, not like this. I threw a grenade, didn't I? Am I just tripping? That was unfortunate.
Link your armor to the Mechanicus device. You will need to keep close proximity to the charging station until the
I've learned how to use the shield bash skip on console. I mean, it should be the same input and timing. It's just different. Wow, get shit on. Oh my. Teammates are the real enemies? I wouldn't go that far. Should make all hearts have Bulwark class weakness. I mean, there's some OP build. There are some builds that are better than Bulwarks for certain stratagems, anyways.
I want banner to win some firm.
Oh, oh my god, dude. That's funny.
Deploy immediately. As you command.
All right, that's it. That's a wrap.
Payload launched. Detonation in 5. Brace for shockwave.
And that was the hard strat. Look at that. Easy peasy, guys.